What if we told you that skipping workouts, running on caffeine, and brushing off stress could be costing you more than your health? It could be costing you your business. Today, we're breaking down the core 4 of wellness: nutrition, exercise, stress management, and spiritual wellness, and showing you how mastering them isn't just self-care, it's your secret weapon for business growth.
Lady bosses, are you working even after putting the kids to bed but still not getting results?
Are you tired of spending money on ads that aren't getting engagement?
Do you feel burdened that you aren't fulfilling your purpose in life because you are so consumed with work?
I'm your host, Brooke Boltz. I'm an attorney and founder of Boltz Legal. I started my business and in 1 year was bringing in 7 figures and am now bringing in multi-7 figures.
And I'm your co-host, Rachel Boltz, owner of Boltz Media. I've helped many businesses build their online presence and increase their revenue through digital marketing.
Want to hear how we did it?
We are here to help you achieve your goals personally, professionally, and spiritually.
So kick off your high heels, sit back, and let's ignite that passion.
We're Miss Biz, where we're putting the Miss in biz.
Let's get biz done.
I was reading a book the other day called How to Make Stuff, although that's not the S word that they used, happen. And it's by Sean Whalen. And it brought up some very interesting points that we all have heard and we all know, but really help to break down and shed light just on how these 4 core aspects truly impact your business as well. And as business owners, we're always looking for growth strategies, marketing hacks, and productivity tips, but your business cannot outgrow your health. And there are really some alarming statistics that show that entrepreneurs are 2 times more likely to suffer from depression and burnout than the general population. Exercise alone can boost productivity up to 21%. And our favorite, business leaders who prioritize sleep and stress management make better decisions 86% of the time compared to when they're running on fumes. So today we're going to be talking about these core 4 of wellness, which are nutrition, physical exercise, stress management, and spiritual wellness, and how they can make or break your business.
So think of your brain like a high-performance computer. Garbage in, garbage out. Studies show that poor nutrition can cut productivity by 20%. That's a full day of work lost each week just because of what you're eating. An example is Richard Branson, a billionaire investor, author, and co-founder of Virgin Group, swears by eating clean and staying active and claims it gives him 4 more productive hours each day. That's half a work day more than his competitors.
Have you ever eaten at McDonald's and then instantly regretted it because you felt terrible afterwards?
Actually, the other day, someone gifted our office with lunch, and it was like a big Italian pasta meal, and it was delicious. I was super appreciative, but right afterwards, I wanted to take a nap.
Yes. Yeah. Our nutrition impacts our bodies in so many different capacities, not even just in the long-term aspect, but also in the short-term aspect. So it's super crucial to make sure that you're fueling your body with the right nutrition so that you can continuously be the best version of yourself. So the second aspect is physical exercise. Your body is a vehicle of your business, and if it breaks down, so does your company. And regular exercise is linked to sharper memory, higher creativity, and lower stress.
Statistics show that leaders who exercise regularly are 70% more likely to sustain long-term business success.
That's huge.
Yeah, 70%, that's really huge. An example of this is Arianna Huffington. She literally collapsed from exhaustion. That became the turning point for building Thrive Global. Now she preaches and lives the message of rest and movement.
That reminds me of one of my really close friends. He's a videographer, and he had an incredible amount of tasks on his plate because he didn't delegate at that point. He was the shooter, the editor, the closer, the everything for his company. And he had some really big shoots on his plate, and he messaged me randomly and he's like, I just feel absolutely terrible right now. He was sweating, felt like he was gonna throw up, and it was because he was so sleep deprived from working all of these hours, and he also wasn't eating really well to begin with. And that incident prompted him to immediately hire an editor and expand his team, because he just realized that if he kept going on like that, his body was going to give out.
Yeah.
Many of our listeners know that I own Bolts Media, and we are a full-service digital marketing company, but not everyone may know that they can contact me. So I wanted to let everyone know today that if you have any questions, you need any advice, or you would like to book services, I would love to assist. You can reach me at boltsmedia.com, fill out the contact form on my page, and I will reach out to you personally and schedule a free consultation to help guide you on your journey.
Yeah, and exercise, I'm in a rut right now. I was exercising regularly, and then I had all these surgeries this year, and have not gone back to the gym. And each day that I think, okay, maybe today will be the day, it's not. And so it's hard to just get started. That's the hardest part. Yeah. But what I have done is started rollerblading. There's a trail not far from where I live, and a couple friends and I enjoy it, and so we go out in nature and rollerblade on the trail for a few miles, and that has been kind of a starting point for me. My body is not the same as it used to be, and the thought of lifting weights and things like that just seems like it's too much. But at least getting started with something active, whether it's walking, which I've heard people, influencers in the health and wellness world say that walking is the best thing you can do. Mm-hmm. If you just walk a certain amount of steps a day, that's great exercise. So just getting started doing something is the first step if you're not already in the habit.
Yeah, that really is the hardest part, is making it that habit where you actually want to go back and continue to do it. So something that's helped me is kind of finding the best time of day. Like, generally speaking, I love to work out in the morning. I feel like it gives me more energy throughout the day. But I have noticed that my mornings are just incredibly busy with getting the kids to school and client communication. And so I've had to adjust my schedule during the week to start going to the gym at night. But like you mentioned, just getting moving is really important. There's kind of like a trending term out there called touching grass. And a lot of people are emphasizing the importance of just getting out in nature and taking a quick walk. It doesn't have to be excessively long, but something that gets you out of the house and, most importantly, gets you moving.
So the third element is stress management. And this is the silent profit killer. Stress is normal. We all have to deal with it, but unmanaged stress is like leaving a slow leak in your business finances. You don't see it until things collapse. Chronic stress reduces productivity by up to 35% and doubles the risk of serious health issues. So an example is Elon Musk's all-nighters and factory floor living nearly cost him his health and his company's. On the other hand, Oprah Winfrey credits meditation as the practice that keeps her calm, clear, and able to juggle empires without losing herself.
Stress is huge. And when you own a business, or even if you are working for a company and you're managing multiple accounts or client relations, or you're the rainmaker of that, it can be a lot. It can take its toll on you. So really honing in and trying to find those things that help you release that stress is really important. Some people take their stress out on the gym. Some people take their stress out by being creative. I know some people take their stress out by cooking. And I think it just ultimately boils down to making sure that you don't lose your passions and yourself while in the grind, because then it just sucks the joy out of life. So
You know how I take my stress out?
how?
Watching Love is Blind.
Here we go. I knew she was going to mention it, guys.
I did that on purpose.
I
did that on
knew it.
purpose. I did that on
knew
purpose
it.
because she always.
Well, Love is Blind. Please give her some type of affiliate deal. Please. Please. She's your
I'm okay
number
with
one
that.
fan. Your number one fan.
So I had to get it in there somewhere. So the fourth section is spiritual wellness, and this is my favorite. And this is for the Christian entrepreneur, spiritual wellness isn't just about finding your why, it's about being anchored in who your why comes from. True alignment starts with God's word, prayer, and walking in the calling he has placed on your life.
You know we're all about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case.
At Bolts Legal, we are all about your case. Text or call to schedule a free consultation for all your legal needs. boltslegal.com. So when we build our businesses on biblical values, integrity, service, generosity, stewardship, we create environments that not only honor God, but also inspire people to give their best. And scripture reminds us in Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters.
Yeah, I love this. And a great example of companies that have really taken this to heart and implemented it is, of course, Chick-fil-A. They built their entire business model on biblical principles. They're closing on Sundays, they're prioritizing servant leadership, and they're giving back. That spiritual foundation has attracted not only customers, but also a loyal culture where employees feel part of something bigger. And research shows that leaders who live out their values create companies with 400% higher employee engagement.
And I just want to share, because this came to mind, that recently I have received two messages from people who expressed an interest in working with me, specifically stating that it was because they liked how I expressed my faith online and in my business. So one of them was just last week, where he needed a type of law that I didn't do, but then he asked, it was in another state too, so I couldn't help him, but he said, well, what type of law do you do? Because I really want to try to find a way to work with you, because I really like how you express your faith online. So I just share that because I think a lot of Christians have the perspective that if they share their faith in their business, that they could lose clients. And for me, that hasn't been the case. In fact, the more and more bold I get in my faith, the more people are attracted to it. When I just had the little Bible verse on the website or whatever, I don't think that it really made people recognize my faith that much. But the more I speak about it, the more things that I do, people are attracted to that who are like-minded. So sure, there will be people. I'm sure there's people who who don't want to work with someone who is a Christian, but I just find that I haven't met him yet, and if I do, it's going to be a one-off.
Yeah. No, I love that you shared that, because I do think that there's a lot of that people hold back from showing their personality and who they are because they're afraid of that fear of rejection. But honestly, if somebody's going to reject you for expressing your beliefs, then that's probably not necessarily a client that you would want to work with anyways.
And I've been thinking about this actually in the last week, because I've been looking at different influencers and what makes them so popular. And what I found to be a common thread is they're all very bold. People are attracted to boldness. Even when you look at Donald Trump and him winning the election, I think people were attracted to his boldness. And so I just want to encourage you that if you are afraid to be bold, that it really is what people like to see. It might be polarizing. Some people might unfollow you or dislike you or whatever, but many others are really attracted to that. Even with Charlie Kirk and his passing, he was the number 4 podcast in the country, or maybe the world. I don't know. He was I heard he was number 4 in the country, and he was very bold. Mm-hmm. But that's what people liked. The people who just kind of walk the line and don't really have a strong opinion are easy to pass by. They don't catch your attention. So I'm learning that the more bold you are, the more people recognize it.
Yeah, absolutely. So also, just in addition to expressing your faith, I think that just staying truly grounded in your relationship with the Lord can help you with a lot of these other things too, especially when it comes to stress, decision making, really being able to spend that time in the Word every morning, praying, asking God for guidance, and just communicating with Him. It's all about having a conversation with God and letting Him know, like, hey, Lord, I love you. I thank you for these opportunities that you've given me. I would appreciate the most wisdom and knowledge that you can give me for navigating these situations. Please take these other stressors away from me. Give me clarity, peace, and confidence to be able to fulfill your will. And I think just having that constant communication with God will really keep you focused, because your business flows from your faith. When your business flows from your faith, it's going to be replaced with renewal and profit, which is going to become a tool for purpose.
Just turn those mental thoughts that you're already having into a prayer. So you're already doing this mental chatter where your mind is thinking things. So just redirect that to a prayer towards God, and then it will be more fulfilling than just your mind running in circles. So in closing, the bottom line is feed your brain with nutrition, build your stamina with exercise, protect your decision making with stress management, and ground your business in purpose. Because your business will only go so far as the person leading it, and that person is you.
We appreciate you and are honored to be on this journey with you. We can't wait to help you, to encourage you, and show you how to grow personally, professionally, and spiritually.
If you found Miss Biz helpful, please leave a review and share with others.
You can follow us on social media at Miss Biz Podcast.
For legal questions or services, please visit boltslegal.com.
And for digital marketing needs, please visit boltsmedia.com. Let's get biz done.